Again by Morey, Hershgordon, a Pennsylvania native. So happy to be covering the Little League World Series, even when games get rained out. All right, Morey, you spent some time with the team after the rain out. How is their mood and approach to tomorrow's game different now, if at all?
Well, it's a good point that you bring up, Yianni, and it's funny because in talking with them, they told me the same thing happened to this Barrington team just a few months ago. In the district tournament, they were in the beginning stages of a game with Portsmouth. The game got postponed, rain came, and they had to finish up the game the next day. Manager Kourakis told me his team came out with a ton of fire. That second day, Alex Anderson, the starting pitcher tomorrow, told me that he expects his team to come out with a ton of energy, and he expects them to play well.
All right, you guys are all set up for baseball at 3 o'clock today. Ultimately, it didn't happen, but take me into the vibe at Lamity Stadium, because that place was jammed. The whole world was ready to watch. What's the vibe right there as all the 8 American teams and the 8 international teams are all situated?
Yeah, I mean, first pitch was scheduled for 3 o'clock. Both teams took infield, outfield. We had the parents pledge, the players pledge, the national anthem. I mean, we were as close to first pitch as it gets. The ceremonial first pitch was even thrown as well. And then it wasn't even raining at the time when they called the weather delay, and we were kind of confused as to why. But then shortly thereafter, lightning, thunder, and a ton of rain came through. You have to commend Little League. It is a good job that they called off the game, even though the boys were discouraged that they weren't able to go out there and play. You know, you didn't want to play an inning or two and then have to stop it and get into a whole rain delay, and then it messes up with pitching based on the pitching rules. So it was a good thing that they just moved the games back one day. It would have been an off day for Barrington tomorrow on Friday, regardless of a win or a loss today, so they just moved it back one day.
All right, you've been saying that the key to tomorrow is Barrington having good pitching and defense because that Virginia offense is so potent. When you laid your eyes on Virginia, just physically, were they more impressive than Barrington in terms of stature and size, or do they look like the same 12-year-olds we have down the street?
Yeah, no, I mean, their pitcher, Justin Lee, big-time righty. They have a couple other big-time arms. You know, I would say batters 2 through 4, maybe 1 through 4 even as well. You know, those are your typical studs that you normally see here on the Little League World Series stage. But after that, 5 through 9, they look like a team from Barrington. So I think it's going to be key to keep the ball low in the zone, mix different pitches. You can't throw anything over the middle of the plate. If you can get through the first 3 or 4 batters, Barrington will have success. Christopher Primatis, the manager, told me after the game the lineup will stay the same for tomorrow. Alex Anderson, the scheduled pitcher, will pitch tomorrow as well. So everything's going to stay the same. It's just going to be a little bit earlier of a game. It's a 10 a.m. wake-up call. 10 a.m. first pitch, I should say. So a wake-up call around 7 or so. Batting practice at 8. But this team will be ready to go in the morning.
Yeah, 12-year-olds are up that early anyway. All right, Morey, good stuff. It'll be brunch and baseball on a Friday in Williamsport, weather permitting. Appreciate your time. We'll have much more coming up.